Hello, Forex traders. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Learn Forex with Davidson. So, I analyze the market with you to spot out potential buy and sell position. So, this is XAUUSD chart on a 4-hour time frame. So, I made this analysis Sunday this week and I called out a trade on my Telegram channel. So, if you're not on my Telegram channel, check the link on the description of this video so you can join the channel. Okay, before me is XAUSD chart on a 4-hour time frame. XAUSD has created a pennant, and we all know that a pennant is the continuation chart pattern, which is XAUSD came from a bullish momentum, then consolidated around this area for a little bit, which the consolidation created a pennant, right? Created a pennant, or you can call this a flag pattern, either way you want to call it, right? Okay, so before we had a breakout that leads to this movement. So I'm just going to walk you through how I was able to cut this result so we can be on the same page. So I'm going to clear my chart and begin this analysis from the beginning. Okay, first of all, before I continue, I use what is called the top-down analysis. Yeah, so the top-down analysis that helps you see the market from a broader point of view. So if you are a top-down analysis student, shout out to you. Shout out to you because top-down analysis is one of the best analysis out there that can help you in mitigate losses. So without wasting much time, let me show you how I was able to arrive at the analysis you saw on the screen, right? Okay, like I said, top-down analysis. What is the first thing you do? You go to a monthly time frame. So on my chart, I'll go to a monthly time frame. And on the monthly time frame, I'm just going to zoom out. I'm going to zoom out, try to shrink my chart a little bit, try to zoom out. Okay, so now you can see my screen, right? This is a monthly time frame. Looking at the chart right now, what do you see? What you see here is higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. And what does higher highs and higher lows represent? It represents an uptrend. It represents a bullish trend, right? So let's say you have something like this. You have a high, a higher low, you have a higher high, you have a higher low, you have a higher high, you have a higher low, and you have a higher high. What does this mean? This is a bullish trend. It's a bullish trend because this high is higher than the previous high. This other high is higher than the previous high. And the same thing on the lows. This low is higher than the previous low, and this low is higher than this low, and this low is higher than this low. So this is a higher high and higher lows, which represents a bullish trend, right? So market does not move in a straight line. Yeah, the market moves in waves. So that's why the market consolidates at a point before it continues. Because even if the market moves in a straight like what you are seeing here right now, doesn't mean the market is going to continue going up. There are some times that the market needs to catch its breath, yeah, and maybe just come down a little, do something like this before, you know what, before we continue back to the upside. So this is how the forex market works. Market does not move in a straight line. The market moves in waves, right? Okay, so looking at this chart right now, XAUUSD is on a bullish trend to the upside. XAUUSD is on an uptrend, right? So this is a monthly time frame, and the monthly time frame, I can even see from my timestamp, I can see data from 1996 up to date 2025. So this tells you that on a monthly point of view, the market has been on an uptrend, in an uptrend. From this level, the market has been in an uptrend, going up, going up, going up, and going up, right? So After I've come to the monthly time frame and I've seen where the market is going, right? And I've seen where the market is heading to, where the market is coming from, and where it's heading to, right? So what I do is that I go down to the weekly time frame to draw out, to start drawing out on the chart, right? So I'll go to the weekly time frame. So on the weekly time frame, I will draw out my chart. So what you want to do is that you want to start drawing from the most, or from the most feasible areas of support, right? You want to start drawing either your trend lines, or you want to do this from the most feasible areas of values, right? So looking at my chart now, what are the most feasible areas of value? So I'm going to just make my shrink my chart a little bit more to give me that look which I'm looking for, right? So on a weekly time frame, you can see. So I'm just going to pluck out my rectangle tool and I'm going to draw this out here, like just like this. I'm going to draw this out here. I'm not going to make it too big, so draw this round. So remember, you want to draw from the most feasible area of values or areas of interest, right? So I have this, so I'm just going to clone this, and bring this here. Okay, this is feasible. I'm going to clone this here, right? Okay, let's say we have this right now before we had this breakout to the upside, right? So now there's really nothing to see here. There's really nothing to catch here right now. So what else am I going to do? I will go to the daily time frame to see if I can draw out a rectangle on the chart. Still, there's really nothing to see here right now. There's really nothing to see. So I'll go to the 4 hours. And mind you, on the daily time frame, yeah, on the daily time frame, this is the lowest low. This is the low the market came through before this massive move, right? So this is the lowest it came to before the move, right? So I'll go to my 4 hour time frame, and on the 4 hour time frame, I'm just going to focus on the current area, on the current price movement, right? So the current price movement started from here before we have this. So this is the movement that leads to this consolidation right here. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit. So I'm going to zoom in on my chart, zoom in here, right here. Yeah, so I'm going to zoom in here. Then I'm going to draw out from the most feasible areas of support. So I want to mark out my chart right now. So I'm going to pluck out my rectangle tool, and I'm going to plug this right about here, just like this, somewhere here. So I'll adjust this to fit. So you want this to fit, right? You want to have as many touches on the support level, as many touches as possible, right? As many touches as possible. So, and the market gave me this kind of a bullish flag. Yeah, I think you saw this. So this market gave me this kind of a bullish flag, and as at when I analyzed this market on Sunday, the market was just around this area. Give me a sec. The market was just around here when I made this analysis. The market was just around here. So, but now it's looking impressive, right? Okay, so after I saw this move, I brought out my Fibonacci tool. So I draw out my fib from here to this high. So this was my fib level, and you can see this is my 50% fib level, right? So on my fib level, this was what I got here. So the market came into the fib level before it went up. So these are confirmations that we are going to go on a bullish move, right? So the 50% fib level market came into here before reversing. And I would like to point out something to you. When the market came into this fib level, if you go to the 1 hour time frame, you will see that a pattern was formed. I saw a pattern here, which is a double bottom. The pattern you are seeing here is a double bottom. So this was the pattern here. This is a double bottom. And what does a double bottom means? A double bottom is a reversal chart pattern. a double bottom is a reversal chart pattern. So the market created a double bottom like in the form of W, as you can see this, then break through this trend line, which which is the support level, right? So the market break through here and heads to the and heads headward. So now let me go back to the 4 hours time frame. There's area I drew out as my minor support. This area here was my area of minor support. So I wanted the market to come into my green bar, my yellow bar rather. I wanted the market to come into my yellow bar before I tap in. But after I went to the 1 hour time frame to see how the market reacts around the fib, around my fib level, I saw a double bottom. Then I waited for it to break through this area. I waited for the I waited for it to break through this support before I make any action. And guess what happened? I saw a confirmation candle, a bullish candle breaking through the support level before the market continues. And I called out this trade on my Telegram channel. So I called out this trade. So I entered at this level. My stop loss was just below here, and I traded to this minor support, which is the yellow bar. So after I traded to the yellow bar, I waited again, and guess what, guys? On a 4 hours time frame, yeah, on a 4 hours time frame, this was a bullish breakout too on a 4 hours time frame. So on a 1 hour time frame, I was still waiting to see what is going to happen in the market. So, and I saw that the market broke out, came back a little bit to retest this minor support. And I also called out another trade on my Telegram channel for my community to get into this trade, that Xauusd is on a continuous buy. So this buy is going to take long, and my overall target is the yellow line you are seeing here right now. This is my overall target on Xauusd. This is where Xauusd is going at the moment. So, and when I entered this first trade and it came to my yellow bar, I only took about 50% profits while I left the others running. And after I saw this confirmation around here, a breakout and a retest of the support, of the minor support, yeah, I opened a few entries waiting for the market to ride up. And once it gets to this 0% level, I'm going to take out another 50%. You get it? So you don't want, or I either taking break even, so you don't want to be greedy. You don't want to be greedy, right? So that is down for my analysis on XAUUSD, and XAUUSD is currently trending upward. It's going to come back. XAUUSD is going to head back to the price level of 3,498. I'm expecting XAUUSD to go back to 3,498. So that's my overall target. Though I'm expecting it to come to my 0.27 fib level, but once it taps into my zero level, I'm going to take out about 50% profit there and let the rest run. So thank you so much for staying this long.